Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I saw this come across my screen today, and I was like, "Oh yeah." When I was younger, watching a Mike Tyson fight in his prime was something to behold. This guy was a freaking animal. He'd go in there not once, but like almost every time, and the fight's over in 1 minute 30 seconds. And he wasn't like the big guy in the ring; he was just a pit bull. I've never seen anything like it. And I think he got messed up in the head over time and lost to a guy he would never have lost to when he was really in his prime, Buster Douglas. But now this Jake Paul guy, who's become a big fighter and from YouTube and all this, like he was a social media guy, and then he started fighting people, and now he's actually turned into a good fighter from what I hear. But I don't know if he's that good of a fighter. That's the last place. I don't care how old. I don't care if Mike Tyson was 80 years old. I wouldn't step in the ring with him. This guy, and I've seen video recently, he still has it too. All right, check this out. This is the markets. Ooh, let me see what I just showed. All right, the markets. Let me hit the refresh button here. We had our pullback over the last few days, but now things are getting back pretty close to where they were. There's Bitcoin. It's getting back towards that 69 place, and then XRP is working its way back up. It got as high as I recall as about 66 cents. It is making its march back up. These are good things. Couple of great videos that may be older, but they were going around the last couple of days. I wanted to show them because a lot of people have not seen these things. Watch.
Ripple sales pitch for a minute. You know, we started with real customers or financial institutions. That's starting to expand into SMEs and corporates, and that's going to grow that opportunity. And as that opportunity grows and volumes grow, that drives liquidity. These are all good things for the XRP ecosystem, and again, I think for crypto overall. It's going to thrive, by the way. It just may not thrive as quickly in the United States. It is thriving in Dubai. It is thriving in London. It is thriving in Switzerland. So look, the opportunity, not just for Ripple, but the opportunity for the industry remains just profoundly large. And I think
XRP opportunity, profoundly large.
Eventually, the US will get there. If you zoom out far enough, this industry's only been around 10 or 12 years. If you zoom out far enough, I think 10 years from now, we won't be having this conversation, and the US will absolutely be one of the leaders in this space. In the meantime, the Dubais of the world are getting ahead, and I think that's fabulous. Around liquidity, around tokenization, certainly as Dan and I talked about, regulation, these are all important. And I do think it's an amazing time to be alive. We're at a crossroads for crypto and blockchain to be integrated into all of the system. And I think that the benefit of that isn't just the companies, the entrepreneurs in this room. The benefit of that are humans. You know, we got to step back and realize that these are technologies that will change and improve people's lives. And that's what gets me up in the morning. That's what gets me excited.
Yes, sir. Now, this video was a classic. Many don't remember, Greg Kidd was a guy who used to be at the Federal Reserve, okay? And then he was an early days guy at Ripple. Now he's like a venture capitalist, major, billionaire venture capitalist. But this guy was there from the beginning, like first 10 people at Ripple. Listen to what he says in this clip if you really want to understand what we're dealing with.
Could I start by just asking you to describe to the committee a little more about what Ripple is? I mean, it's obviously a company. It's been in business for how long? It is now currently handling transactions for banks, other currencies around the world. Could you just give us a little more background as to Ripple?
Sure. So Ripple is a very traditional Silicon Valley-backed, venture capital-backed company. It's raised money from the likes of Google, Andreessen, Horowitz, IDG, the Chinese, has raised about $30 million in venture capital so far and announced rounds. As I mentioned, there's 95 folks. So it is a company that has mostly engineers working on building this protocol. And again, just think about the protocol. If Bitcoin is like one big ledger, where everybody's amount of Bitcoin is in that ledger, Ripple is the same, except the ledger includes every form of currency. So instead of just holding Bitcoin balances or XRP balances, think of it as like one large spreadsheet that everybody can see and everybody can use, but the balances also include fiat currencies. It could also include commodities such as gold and silver. So the part that is like Bitcoin is that there is a distributed ledger. Most of the engineers here are sort of ex-Bitcoiners. It just is that they extended the protocol to include all currencies rather than just simply the Bitcoin. And it also allows the use of market makers, people that are willing to trade from one currency to another to actually operate within the protocol. So that's the big innovation here. Sort of a 2.0 innovation is to allow a distributed ledger, virtual currency, but operating right alongside fiat currency as well.
And how long has the company been in?
How about them apples? Check this out. Arizona State Senate advances resolution to add Bitcoin ETFs to its retirement portfolio. This right here will be a massive snowball. That's a thumbnail, by the way. Massive snowball. This, this is going to happen with all these ETFs as they come out. Then eventually they'll be doing baskets. A lot of great Ripple stuff. This is from this Ito Farina guy. He saw this advertisement, I guess. Ripple advertisement. Swift isn't fast enough. And that is a thumbnail too. Swift not fast enough. Then we got this from the Digital Pound Foundation, a write-up from our second anniversary event featuring speakers from Ripple, the Digital Pound Foundation. Ripple works with the Digital Pound Foundation and the Digital Euro Association. I have not seen any news that Dogecoin is working with them or Shiba Inu, as bad as all of you want to believe in those two. I've seen nothing. Then here's an advertisement. I couldn't figure this. Is this, let me see. It looks like Switzerland. I'm betting Switzerland here. It's a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon, Ripple. See, are you noticing a pattern? We're being lied to about what Ripple and XRP is in the United States. Switzerland gets it. Germany gets it. Okay? Figuring all this out? And we've been showing you the videos of Oliver Michel, I guess is his name. He's actually, I don't know if I've given him the title, but he's the official German, he's the official pro XRP German guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel. We just gave him the title. Let me say that again. So I can remember it. He's the official pro XRP German guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel. First title I've given out in a while. In fact, as I'm giving out the title, I'm looking at my text, and I got a text from the official cool guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel. It must be that cool guy intuition. Check this out. They're all getting upset and worried. This guy's one of the, this is Davis Polk. These are, there's just from what I've learned, there's about five or so top shelf DC type law firms, many of which were involved in ETHgate. The ones that were meeting behind the scenes at ETHgate was McDermott, Will and Emery, Cooley, and Perkins Coie. And then Davis Polk is one of the ones in the mix. All of these people have one thing in common. None of them will ever refer to ETHgate. The reason I believe they'll never refer to ETHgate is because you and I, as pissed off American citizens out here, all of us peasants, we see things as there should not be this type of insider dealing where these the government gets with private industry to try to create monopolies and all of that. We believe there should be a level playing field. We believe there should be actual competition. There are those that want it the other way around, and they don't understand. They won't talk about ETHgate because they don't understand. Well, this is just the way we do business. This is just the way it works. Well, Americans are pissed off, sick and tired of the way it works. We're tired of being lied to. We're tired of being manipulated. We're tired of the government and our media that's supposed to hold government and the officials accountable. We're tired of them being in bed together. We're tired of the system being rigged. We're tired of bailouts. We're tired of, you name it. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's why John Deaton's running against Elizabeth Warren. I think I spelled it out there. Well, this guy's going into his whole thing about this SEC dilemma without mentioning what they did with Ethereum back in June 2018 and Bill Hinman and Jay Clayton. You can't give an analysis of what's going on now without talking about that unless you are intentionally ignoring it. He said this goes to the heart of the SEC's dilemma. What he should say, the SEC's self-created dilemma by them and the CFTC. ETH and the consequences of a decision to roll back the clock and designate ETH as a security basically blow up $1 billion plus futures market that's relied on for years on the agency's implicit position that ETH is a commodity. Folks, this was the plan. The plan was, what we do is we give Bitcoin and Ethereum this vague free pass. Then we make sure billions of dollars over the years will pour into it. Then we pass an ETF and more billions of dollars will pour into it. Then we can say, wait, we need to protect investors. We can't now go back and call it a commodity. See, but the problem is when we discovered ETHgate, we kind of took away a part of that narrative for them because we cut off about 2 or 3 years of the plan that they would have used. In other words, the billions pouring in. And we were screaming it from the rooftops that, hey, this is what's going on here. This is what's going on here. So both agencies have eggs splattered all over their face. So my hunch is that what they're trying to do is use this Prometheum company to get Prometheum to call it a security. I don't know what the end game is yet, but I have a feeling we're going to find out really quick. I think that it's some kind of ploy to keep them from having to sue Ethereum because I don't think they can afford for things like this to be looked into. Remember the Freedom of Information Act request and which I think is now a lawsuit by Empower, Jason Foster, and Tristan Levitt, who's the president over there now. Remember this list of names? I'm not saying all these people were involved in ETHgate, but they're all people that they were asking if they had any communications with Bill Hinman. This is still in play. So you can't talk about what's going on currently with ETH without talking about this. Now, I want to show you in DAIXRP.com, here's what we're going to do. This is a Dean Martin song. I'm going to play a little bit of it for you. I wanted to start putting out some Las Vegas things with flair, some song to get everybody excited about what's coming. And by the way, you can click on the link here. I got links in the description. If you're in DAIXRP.com, the link for the discounts posted at the very top. It's going to be May 3rd to May 24th. I'm going to talk about. I've already booked some reservations, and I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do as far as the group goes at XRP Las Vegas, and I think Brad Combs is going to do some stuff too. I'm going to talk about that, and I'm also going to. One thing I forgot to mention is when I was being interviewed for the documentary, the final thing they asked me is what would my investment advice be? And so I immediately, of course, told them, well, I'm not a financial advisor, but if I was talking to my son about investing and what to do, here's what I would say. I'm going to tell you guys what my answer was, and I'm going to show you what somebody else said. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family. Here we go into the group. Now,